Hey there, it's Melanie from Chasing Fi, and today I'm going to tell you about why the mortgage company that we went with for our two rentals in Ohio is a no-go and we will never use them again. Now, I understand that it probably looks like I'm complaining about a lot of the vendors that I I've used for the previous rentals, but the reason that I'm making these videos is because if I had learned more about Union Home Mortgage, I wouldn't have gone with it. Now, here's my biggest problem, and you'll know this from the Blue Vine video if you watch that. I don't care if companies make mistakes because we're all human, we make mistakes. What I care about is when I can't reach you to fix the mistake. That is a problem because what it means is that as a business, you are losing time and sometimes a lot of money if you can't get things straightened out as soon as possible. So, Union Home Mortgage is I'm guessing, a smaller outfit in the Midwest, located in Ohio. And we were excited to use them because we felt like, hey, this is, kind of a smaller local kind of deal. But the problem with it is that, and they asked for a lot of things, like clarification, things like that, and it was totally fine. We ended up sending them paperwork several times. Um, and this is a company that I guess has been around since like 2015. Well, it has been around since 2015, and it was started by a guy, Bill Cosgrove, who was a mortgage banker. He started being like a residential loan officer back in 1986. So this is kind of something that we'd like to support. But here is the problem. So these smaller outfits that we want to support tend to not have the type of support that is needed when something goes wrong. So, as I mentioned, the Blue Vine account, I don't know, something weird happened where Union Home Mortgage ended up sending me back checks from them. So I set up an online bill pay with Blue Vine. It didn't work out where the online payment arrived with the account number or my name on it. So Union Home Mortgage sent me back checks. I just redeposited the checks into my account, whatever, no big deal. And then I paid Union Home Mortgage through my Ally Bank account, and it went through and it was fine. So then after that payment was made, the other day I made a payment for June. I made sure to get that one in early because, like I told you before, with Blue Vine, it's really hard to get anything done like in 3 to 5 business days. You're generally looking at about 6 to 8 business days to get things done. So I want to get the payment sent out as soon as possible. I also am waiting on checks from Blue Vine, but I was like, I'm not going to wait on that. I'm just going to pay it because I want to be paying for my business banking account for, accounting reasons. And, like you need to keep your business information separate from your personal banking account. So that's what I did. Okay. So I do all that. We did not get home until like May 13th. We were in Michigan and we got home and I had all this mail from Union Home Mortgage and all this stuff. So I made sure to pay that night. Okay. So I made the payment with my Ally Bank account. Done. So that's the payment for May. I got it in before the 16th, so there was no late fee. Then, okay, this just drives me crazy. Like, the only way that Union Home Mortgage is contacting me is through snail mail. So I keep getting statements from them, like information from them, but it takes days to get to me. So then I don't know if they're referring to a payment that was made I really don't know what this is referring to. So basically today I got a statement from them. The statement date is 5/13. So 5/13 is when I got home. So naturally I assume that this is something to do with a previous payment. They have it listed as non-sufficient funds between May 1st and May 13th. And then it says the payment was reversed. Now, none of that makes any sense to me because I just looked at my Ally account. It went through. So I know that that first payment went through. And then I just checked Blue Vine, and as far as I can see, it went through. So what payment are you referring to? Because it looks like both May and June are made, but on the statement, it says that I need to make a payment by June 1st. It's due by June 1st. So the June 1st payment was made from my Blue Vine account and it looks like it went through. If that is not the case, I have very little way of finding that out because Blue Vine is so slow to update the accounts. I just checked. It looks like it went through. The balance, based on what I had before I made the 2 payments, and I made them over the phone, so it's not like I mailed them, it looks like they went through. But I have this letter here, and I'm thinking, so which payment is this referring to? And if it was printed on the 13th, then what payment are you referring to? I don't understand. I'm guessing that like this could be referring to the check that I received, like that it was reversed, that it was not, I don't know. So this is very confusing. And I tried to call Union Home Mortgage after I received the checks back and all that stuff, but I could not get in touch with their customer service because even though I was calling during the time frame that they say that they have customer service representatives, no one answered the phone. So I called back, same thing. I don't know. Like there seems to be something about some of these companies. It's just like, yeah, we have customer service 9 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. If you can catch us, if we happen to be open that day or whatever. It wasn't a holiday or anything. So I don't know why they weren't there or why they weren't answering the phone. So what ends up happening is that I went on in the online portal. Well, I tried to get in, but when I go to log into their site, it says you need to type in your loan number. I do that. And then they say loan number can't be found. So then I can't get into the website to check things out and to see what the account is doing. Like this is so frustrating because these are, simple things like being able to check your account online is something that, I feel like is pretty standard these days. So the fact that a mortgage company, I'm not able to do that is really frustrating. So between Blue Vine and Union Home Mortgage, I would say we have not done a good job with picking our vendors. Union Home Mortgage, I'm going to say, is not a good way to go because they seem to only contact people through snail mail, and snail mail takes a long time to travel across the country compared to like something online, an email, or a phone call. And so today is the 21st of May. This statement was produced on the 13th. So by the time it gets to me, it's well over a week. And I don't like that kind of communication. The other thing I'm not jazzed about with Union Home Mortgage is that they keep sending me all these paper statements, but they don't send any envelopes for me to return, a payment if I want to. So really what they're saying is we want you to pay some other way, but we're not going to make that easy either. You're going to have to go through our antiquated bill pay system through the phone, or you're going to have to try to get into the web portal, which I have not been able to get into since the first time I logged in. Also, Union Home Mortgage they will not accept payments from my credit union. And I don't know why, because once again, I can't contact them. So I'm just really frustrated with businesses that you can't reach when there is a problem. Small businesses, I want to support you. But when there's a problem, I have to be able to resolve that problem or else it affects my business. So right now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking like, do I need to make another payment, which I'm just going to do just to make sure I'm covered because I don't know what's going on in their payment system. I'm going to call the automated system, make sure the payment was accepted. Maybe I can find out that way. I don't know. It'll tell me if I have a payment due, I think. But the fact that I can't just log into a website and check it out is very frustrating. And the fact that if I call to talk to someone, nobody's answering the phone is even more frustrating. Because I understand tech issues, whatever, but I need to be able to get in contact with you. So if there comes a point where like we have a chance to get, refinance or something and get away from this mortgage company, we will do it. Like if we can get a lower interest rate or something. Our interest rate is pretty low, and I don't think we're going to have a chance to do that for some time to come since they're raising interest rates right now. But I just hate dealing with companies that don't have those simple systems in place. And this was the problem that I had with the property management company. And now I'm starting to see that although I loved my realtor, I'm sure he doesn't know how the rest of this stuff works. How antiquated or difficult it is to maneuver communication with these people. Because if he did, I know he wouldn't be recommending them. The property management company connected to the real estate company is not good with communication. The Union Home Mortgage, not good with communication. So it's more of a systemic thing. The realtor, he was great with communication. So I really kind of expected something at least half as good, but it's not. So word to the wise, if you come across Union Home Mortgage, I'm going to say maybe don't go with them. I mean, if you live in Ohio and you can walk in somewhere and drop off a payment, because really the website is not good. And I don't know. When I have to call in to pay a bill, I despise that. I think it's so antiquated. Anyway, that's just, I promise next video will not be me complaining about a company. In fact, in the next video, we will look at the 2 properties that we purchased. We were able to do a live tour a few weeks ago, and we discovered some things that, it's hard to see on the camera. But we were actually pretty happy with what we saw, and we think that they're going to bring us in decent rent. The houses, they have good bones, and we have different improvements that we're going to be working on over the next few weeks. So next video, that's what we're talking about. It won't be me complaining, I promise. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well, and I will see you in the next one.